Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain or the nice guys on business.
I think we are part of the problem because imagine going to, and I'm just going to throw somebody under the bus here because it's
I have
fun.
news for you, Doug. We're all of the problem, okay? We're not part of the problem. We're all the fucking problem.
Get it straight, Buster. I'm not here to say please. I'm here to tell you what to do. And if self-preservation is an instinct you possess, you better do it and do it quick. I'm here to help. If my help's not appreciated, then lots of luck, gentlemen. If I'm curt with you, it's because time is a factor. I think fast, I talk fast. I need you guys to act fast if you want to get out of this. So, pretty please, with sugar on top. Listen to the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I gotta get my stretch on, you know. I gotta be standing up. You're moving down and I'm moving up, and I mean, not, you know, literally.
I mean,
figuratively.
Isn't that just kind of how my life has been going?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah.
You know, what's the expression? I don't, you know the rules of rock and roll, but what's the expression that says something like, don't be mean to the guys as you're going up because you're going to see them as you're coming down?
Yeah, right. That's it. That's it exactly. Yeah.
I feel like I've led a life of niceness. I mean, with a brand like the Nice Guys, I mean, every once in a while we're douchey, but for the most part, aren't we nice guys?
I'd like to think so. I would. Why is my cable tight? Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's the story of my life, Strickland.
tight cables.
I do. I am. You know, you do yoga to kind of make your cables nice and loose.
Right. That was it. I was going to say yoga can help with that. Yeah.
My cables are ultra tight. I'll also tell you what is also ultra tight is the skin on my Airstream. It is awfully tight. It is so nice.
I love that.
I took delivery. I tried to send you a bunch of pictures, but it kicked them back to me.
I saw a text from you saying inside the Airstream, and then I got nothing.
So
no pictures
I did post them on Facebook. So if you did want to see the 6 photos live and in action, and for those in our community that want to see the outside and the inside of my Airstream, that is going to be, I don't want to call it renovated by us, but I would more call it refurbished by us, because renovated kind of gives you a vibe that I'm going to start doing like flooring and cabinetry and that kind of stuff.
That shit ain't going to happen. You're too busy working on your cars and your trucks and shit.
That's true. That's also the reason I did not buy another truck, because I knew this was coming down the pike. And man, oh man, this has been a major pain in the. Now I've been watching a lot of English shows, so this has been a major pain in the arse.
Pain in the arse. Nice, the good English pronunciation.
Yeah, pain in the ass. This has been a pain in the ass, not because the Airstream is problematic, but more because to get a vendor to do anything in this world, in this part of the country, is just so ridiculous. We're telling a vendor, we want to spend $5,000 with you. When can we write you a check? Mm-hmm. And they're like, let's see, it's February right now. How about June? Are you that fucking busy? And if you are, why don't you get another pair of hands to help you?
So I'm on Facebook, but I'm on the Nice Guys group.
Go to my personal profile. No, I guess I could, but just go to my personal profile. I will post it into the Nice Guys group. That's probably a good idea to just post the collection of external and internal photos of the Airstream.
So what exactly are you trying to get a vendor to pay? What are you trying to pay a vendor $5,000 to do?
All right. So the Airstream that we bought, which is a 1977 land yacht, that's what it's called. 1977.
It's actually that's the actual official name, the land yacht.
There is the big Airstream label on the top, and then there's the smaller like signs that Airstream makes, because this was a model. It's called the land yacht.
Oh my God. I'm looking at the picture. There actually is a really cool little etched sign that says land yacht.
And
That's
this was
so
it's
cool.
not one that we made. It's one that actually it was the model that Airstream made that year, or maybe the series of years. Anyhow, so we the person that we bought it from had the how's my sound, by the way? Is it okay? Is it sound a little muffled at all, or because I was messing with the little EQ. Which EQ do you use?
Hold on. I got to look it up.
Because
All right.
I don't.
While I'm looking that up, welcome back. Welcome back. My
Yeah.
name's Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the
Uh-huh.
microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler, sounding
Hello.
muffled. I don't think you're sounding muffled. I do use the high
Yeah.
mid bump.
Okay, so
I
the
don't know
question is,
why.
which one is the high mid bump? Is that the left, the second,
The
the third, or
number
the fourth?
3. So it's got the straight and then it is a little bump, basically. Yeah.
And, all right, I just did that. Did that make any difference in sound at all?
Not really. Not really.
Actually, sounds
But
better in
you
my
sound
ear,
clear.
though. Sounds
Does it?
better in my
Okay.
ear.
Well, maybe it
Okay.
sounds good. And maybe it's
All
just
right.
my cheap earbuds. I don't hear the difference.
Okay, so I well, these are my Apple $1,000 earbuds. So
Damn.
so anyway,
and they're wired too. If you want the wireless version, they cost $3,000.
oh, you can't even get those anymore. There's a waiting list. So the Airstream we bought from airstreammarketplace.com was the tool that we used. We logged on, we saw that there was a couple that was in Oxnard, California, which is about an hour south of us. They had a whole bunch of pictures of the Airstream. It was in Nevada. I don't think it was in Nevada at the time, but it was originally located in Nevada as an Airbnb permanent install. So it wasn't one that was on the road. Because a lot of these Airstreams, the older that they get, they do renovations and they start taking apart the things that keep it on the road, like brakes and tires and that kind of
Details.
stuff. The details. So they had taken off the tanks. There's 3 tanks on these Airstreams. There's a freshwater tank, a gray water tank, and a black water tank. Black and gray hold the waste, and the freshwater obviously holds the freshwater.
Oh my God, is that what the Doobie Brothers were singing about?
Blackwater.
Oh, Blackwater, keep on rolling, Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on me? I had no idea.
I think
they were RVing.
I think they were Airstreaming. I think that they meant the Mississippi River. I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah, you could be right.
I could be wrong. I don't know. You know rock and roll better than I do. But anyway, so the tanks needed to be replaced because what we're gonna. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to share my screen for a minute here because I'm flipping through your pictures, right? But instead of like looking, I wanted to see them bigger. So I click on the picture and so I'm looking at, and I'm seeing
I'm not seeing anything. Hold on. I'm not seeing anything.
I haven't shared yet because you're going to laugh. You're going to laugh when you see it. I wanted to give you context first.
Okay. All right.
So instead of, if I'm on Facebook, but on the computer and I want to see the pictures big because they're small. So I click on it. And so it's showing me just the picture with a black border, right?
Yes.
And so I'm just hitting left or right to scroll through. Well, I scrolled over one too many. Too many. And look at what I see. You're like a little fucking kid here. God damn, that picture must be.
I don't see
You're not
anything.
seeing it?
No, I don't see it. Hold on.
God damn, we're here. I'll just share that.
This is
that
always
browser.
great. Oh my God. Check that photo. I remember taking that photo.
You must be like fucking 25 or something here.
No, man. So, okay. So the photo that Strickland is making reference to, this was early on in my Washington Talent days. So I joined Washington Talent in 1998, I think it was. And so that 1998, I think this is somewhere around 2010. So get it, 2010 was only 14 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. So I think I was in my mid 40s with that photo.
You look young as shit.
Two earrings. My hair is dark as ever. I actually was a good looking guy. What happened? What happened? The fuck happened to me?
Dude, you look, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just old and everybody looks young now, but you look young as shit here. But that's just me.
I do.
You do look
the
good,
reason
though.
I remember the trip that I got that earring too. I got my second earring. It was the same trip it was the trip before Robert got, there we go. That's better. So anyway, that's the kit. What happened? Stop sharing.
Well, I stopped sharing. I
Oh,
did.
okay.
Why don't, I mean, if
Oh,
you
I
want to
didn't-
look at your own pictures,
No,
you know
no,
what
I didn't
they
know
look
if you
like.
had any questions about the inside of the Airstream and all, but that's basically why it needs a refreshment rather than a renovation or whatever. It doesn't need to be.
Dude, I got to
completely
tell you,
redone.
I'm looking at it. This thing looks fucking nice. I mean, it looks really. Is it air conditioning? I see a bunch of ceiling things. Is it like one AC unit, but they're like three things in the ceiling?
So the two things that are on the closer and further are both vents that you open
Okay.
and lights. The thing that's in the very center is the AC. It is a it they don't have Airstreams in the 70s. I don't think that they had vents throughout. I think they had like a center unit, and the center
Mm.
unit kind of, because it's not real big. I mean, it's
Mhm.
27 feet, so it's not huge. It that center unit cools the entire Airstream.
Okay.
I also have to get. Now I don't know understand why the guy that owned it before me, didn't do this. The heater has an option of putting. I'm sorry, the AC has an option of putting a heater in it too. They didn't opt for that option. I don't know why.
Because you live in fucking California.
It-
Why would you need a heater?
Okay, but even if you live in California, still you get some winter nights that gets into the 40s.
No,
It
yeah, that's
still
pretty
gets
cool.
cold,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
an
cool.
Airstream. It's not like it's insulated like a house, so it's not so
Yeah.
tight. So I'm gonna get a heater. So the things that I need, the $5,000 was gonna go into this. I was gonna get a heater, propane
Okay.
heater. I was going to get a hot water heater, which it doesn't have right now.
Mhm.
And I was going to get the black water, fresh water, and gray water tanks.
Okay.
Even if I was going to use them as external tanks, I was still going to get them and just put them outside of the Airstream rather than
Right.
install
Like you don't
them
have to install them.
Right,
You
they
just
don't have to
dump
be
them on
like
the outside because they're sitting in your backyard.
exactly. So all told, those things would have been $5,000, and I'm telling you, it's not. They don't even want my business because it's like, okay, we'll call you when we can get to you. I'm like, how about you want to schedule an appointment? Do you want to deposit? Can I get in line? The worst business people. I don't know if it's just this part of the country or everywhere in the fucking world right now, but why don't they want my money?
That is kind of crazy because it doesn't seem like that's a major labor output, right? It's I don't know. For those of you who don't listen every single week, we should offer a little context. Doug has bought his Airstream, but it's an Airstream that he is planning on putting in his backyard as a permanent install, or at least a semi-permanent install. So that's why we don't need to worry about getting the black and gray and white water and all that other shit. Like it's not going anywhere. You're just going to hide it out behind it. I got to tell you, dude, this thing looks really goddamn good. You said it's from the 70s, right?
1977.
Dude, it looks really good. I mean, the outside looks like it could be brand new. It's just that Airstream silver look. And they haven't changed the design in about 100 years. So the modern ones are the same shape, right?
Yeah, they look like big silver bullets. If you don't know what an Airstream looks like, just look at a Google Airstream and you'll see that they are ultra retro in their look to begin with. But you're right. The condition of the Airstream is really good. Now there are Airstreams that have the high reflection Airstreams. They actually look like mirrors. This isn't quite as. But look, if you look at one of the pictures there, I can actually see the picture. I can actually see my truck reflected through the Airstream itself, which is kind of cool.
It looks really good.
Good. Well, that's when you come here next time. That's what you'll be staying.
Nice. Good to know. Appreciate that.
The only thing that's a little cramped in there, and it is a nice size Airstream, but the only thing that's a little cramped in there is the shower. The shower. It's part of the ceiling because it's a rounded ceiling. It's sloped, and even though it's closer to the center, the shower, than it is to the side, it's not a real big shower, and it's the bathroom, obviously, because of the size of the Airstream, is not real big either, but it is a fully functioning shower and toilet and sink, and kitchen sink is looking pretty cool too. I mean, it's a really big kitchen sink. You can see that from one of the photos too.
Dude, the whole thing, it looks really good. I think you made an excellent purchase, and way cheaper than the $250,000 it was going to cost to actually get a real casita built out back.
Yeah, exactly. So I was in there cleaning it out yesterday, and it was sitting in Nevada for a while, and then it was sitting in storage for a while also, and it didn't get any weather on the inside, but there are a lot of vents and things where you can get your little critters come in, go, So my role over the next couple of weeks while we're getting this thing set up to move to the backyard, because I've pretty decided, I gotta convince JJ of this, but I'm pretty decided that I'm gonna, whatever work needs to be done, I'm just gonna do it on my own now. I'm not gonna spend the $5,000 I'll just I can get the premium hot water heater now, maybe even build a little box outside of the Airstream and just pipe it inside through a little hole event or something.
Why not? Right.
Right. Exactly. I get some really good shit for the money that I just saved in not having a vendor do it. But as I was cleaning out the, behind the refrigerator and under the kitchen sink and all that, I discovered some spots that critters had easy access in and out. So there was like a ton of, I don't know if it was squirrel poop or rat poop or whatever it was. Like, oh God. And they had chewed all of the all of the refrigerator wiring. So I've got to replace all that busted wire. There's no plug. The plug is now gone. I don't know where the plug is. It's in some rat's ass right now. So anyhow, so that's all the things that have been going on. But just getting the guy from the RV place. So here's how it went down. There was an original vendor that completely flaked out on us. So the vendor he had it in his shop and he said, it's going to take me months before I get to it. So
all the stuff you wanted done.
Right. So the previous owner who was handling this said, okay, well, we're going to take it to another place. So the other place comes and picks it up and they're like, shit, we don't have room in our storage. So we're just going to bring it to you. Like, all right, just bring it to me. Okay, all you need to do is we're going to clear the cars off our driveway. Here's our address. Just park it in the driveway for us, which you can see, which is where it is right now, right? Well, they didn't park it in the driveway. They parked it on the curb right next to a fire hydrant, and it has expired tags too. God. So I'm like, okay, now you've left this. I have no way of moving it, and you parked it next to a hydrant. No, I didn't. I looked around. There was no hydrant. I'm like, here's a photo. Look at the photo on the left of there. It's parked next to a hydrant. I promise you, it's next to a hydrant. So, hi. I saw you
trying to get the focus. I'm all fuzzy for some reason.
So they parked it next to a hydrant, and the tags are expired. So whatever. And in the meantime, we haven't even paid the previous owner for it's like the owners are just as bad as the previous people. Like, we have possession of this. I have the keys. I have the manual. The only thing I don't have is the title. I haven't written them a check.
What? Wow. Very trusting.
Very trusting indeed. I guess, where can you hide an Airstream? It'd be really hard to hide it.
True. So this has been RVing with Doug and Strickland.
Yeah.
That's exciting, though.
I've joined a couple of RV groups. I've discovered it's not as easy to find parts for a 1977 Airstream as it is for a 1965 Ford Mustang. It's incredible how many places that you have to look just to find the parts that you can't get. They're like, hey, what's advice? Let's see. I asked this in one of the group. What advice do you have for a guy that just bought a 1977 Airstream? The first person goes, have deep pockets.
Oh, wow. Really?
So it wasn't because the parts are expensive. It's because trying to find anybody that will be able to work on it and pay them is going to be challenging. So
wow.
I've already run into
What kind of parts do you need?
Well, I need the black tank, the gray tank, and but I don't need the exact tanks. I just now.
Right. That's what I was thinking, right? Like, you don't care as long as you can get the water, whatever you need in and out. Who cares if it is installed properly?
The only things that I'm going to need at some point are going to be that are going to be Airstream specific are going to be if I have a problem with it, all the silver cover, the skin on it. If I have a problem with that, which I don't anticipate because it's going to be in one place, the windows, they have a tendency to leak. And they can, if they get cracked, you need to go to Airstream to get a new window because they're very specific windows.
They leak because you have so much rain there in Ohio,
right.
California.
I won't need to worry about that until November. So
right?
I think we're good. We're good right now. Anyway, so you want? I'm done with my Airstream, so I'm excited to have it. It's good. If anybody in our community has an Airstream, I've already been contacted by somebody that saw my post on Facebook, and they reached out and said, "Hey, congratulations! I don't know if you remember me, but I was a NACE member in Baltimore. I have an Airstream too. My husband and I bought a new one just a couple of years ago, but we have one that's 15 years old right now. And I'm thinking, you bought a new one? Those things are fucking like $100,000 for a new Airstream."
And a 15-year-old one? I mean, like yours is what, 40 years old? Like 15 years old. It's like, it's old. It's tired. It's the same shit. Still.
Well, they were using their 15-year-old one for happy hours in their backyard. So I'm like, I mean, I don't know that they sold it. I have no idea. I don't think that they plan on traveling with that one, but they want to see the world in this new one. So
now, who is that? Baltimore NACE. Anybody I know?
Norleen Gensler. Do you know Noreen?
I remember the name. Norleen. Yeah, she has an interesting name. Yeah, I remember the name, but I can't put a face to it.
I'm standing up. I've been sitting down all fucking day.
Standing up.
So we've been running a brand new sales department with our turnkey team.
See, I'm excited about that. Tell me about that.
You know, I love selling. I just don't like managing salespeople. I have more affectionately discovered that, or I've more succinctly discovered that in this phase of my career. And the guys are all good guys, but everybody's got their not problem, but there's medical issues, and there's everybody that's on 100% commission. I mean, the whole idea behind 100% commission is so you can have your freedom, and when you have your freedom, you can basically tell the boss, "Hey, look, F off. I'll do this when I decide that I'm going to get to this." Oh, there you go. Now you fixed it. Now you got
a little slack in my cable there. Yeah.
It's story of my life too.
Lots of slack, lots more slack every year in that cable.
Every year I got more slack on my cable. So it's just there's everything under the sun. It's lack of product knowledge so far, and I don't blame them. They've only been at this for literally 5 days, so every question I have to be able to answer for them. Just reaching out to the world, you just have to encourage people, and it's like encouraging new salespeople is like, okay, let me dangle the carrot in front of you, and the carrot equates to money. Let me put as many sales contests between you and the sale as I possibly can. So we're just working on that whole thing, but the bottom line is they're good guys. I know that they're good. As long as they can last these first few weeks, they will be good sales guys. The problem is it's like mama bird carrying a little baby bird right now. It's a little scary in just this beginning phase. As remember the new employees that come to work for Social Solutions, and it's like, okay, how long do we give this one?
Oh no, I remember the new musicians at 4-Star. I mean, it totally. You could tell, you can feel it. You get a sense for who's going to make it and who's not going to make it. Yep. 100%.
And although I get that sense, I don't dare, express that because I could be completely wrong. The difference between a guy that's willing to stay and stick it out and the guy that quits could possibly just be literally one sale.
Yeah, no, it's 100% true. And, you get that vibe, that feeling of who's going to stay and who's going to go. And then sometimes you hope you're wrong, right? If you think somebody's going to go, you hope you're wrong, but usually we're not.
Yeah. Anyway, so the sales team is good. It's taken up literally about 50 hours of my week this week because I'm motivating, and I'm trying to comb through all of my old leads so that I can provide them some at least some foundation for the people that they're reaching out to until they start to do this on their own, because that will add another wrinkle in the process, because now not only do they have to canvas the leads that I give them, they now have to go out and get their own leads, which is even harder. So
you're putting like 50 hours into this week. I mean, that's more turnkey work than I've done all year.
Look, true. I understand. Well, if you just take a moment and look at my turnkey schedule for the last week, this week,
I have seen a lot of appointments come up because somehow I'm getting notified when you have appointments now. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
But yeah, dude, I feel like I'm slacking. You're crushing it.
No, well, look, isn't this a part of like what we're doing? I don't want to be crushing it. I don't want to be crushing it. What is the exact opposite of crushing it? Can I go into relax mode? Because I was feeling like I want to go into Strickland Bonner mode this week. Please just God, let me relax a little bit. But thank God that Jenny B filled in for me last week. That was such a great opportunity for me to see you or hear you in the position of having to create the episode. How did that feel, Strickland? How'd that feel?
Oh, it's good to have you back. I thought it was a very fun episode. I enjoyed talking with Jenny very much, but yeah, I definitely like this vibe much more. Just because I don't really have to do much of anything except listen. I mean, I don't know what to even talk about. You were on vacation, so you see, here's how we drive it along. I don't actually come up with content. I just say, "Hey, Doug, how was Sedona?"
And I just go.
Exactly. I wind him up like a toy monkey, and he just goes.
Sedona. Wait a minute. Let me get the toy monkey's got the symbols. Isn't that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I haven't talked about Sedona.
No,
is this
you
my
have
first
not.
week back from Sedona.
It is.
Well, I think I might have told you this before I left, but the Airbnb that we stayed in was literally right against the some of the biggest rock formations in Sedona, and the bed in the little studio apartment that we were staying in, which was attached to this huge multi-million-dollar house where the owners live, but the studio portion, the bed was facing the rock wall, but it wasn't just like it was facing the rock wall and there was a picture window in front of us that we could see the rock wall. The skylight, which is actually a part of the entire wall, it wrapped from above our heads down in front of our face down to the floor to ceiling windows, and then like this picturesque castle style window above us. So when you're laying in bed, you're seeing the stars. It felt like, with the exception of the chill in the air, which got pretty cold in Sedona in the evenings, it was this amazing sky with little light pollution. So you're seeing these bright stars. It was incredible.
You sent me a picture. It did look amazing, but I want to clarify the setup. You're saying that you stayed in an apartment, but it was like an apartment attached to a big ass multi-million-dollar house?
So the person that owns the multi-million-dollar house had a dad who was an artist, and as his art studio, he had this apartment attached to the house with a separate entrance. And so the studio that we were staying in was his old art studio before he passed many years ago. So this entire layout studio was his well, the entire room was his art studio.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it attached to this multi-million-dollar house. The house was probably, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000 square feet, something like that, with this outdoor, huge outdoor patio, a separate, I think it was two-car garages, so 4-car garage attached to it. This whole area in the back, very large living area, just beautiful, and kind of like built right into the base of the mountain.
So why do they even bother with doing Airbnb-ing it? Like, they need the money?
I think that a lot of times too. I'm like, I don't know. Have you ever tried counting anybody else's money? It's really
True.
It's really hard. You never know. Okay, I remember one time this is pre-pandemic, and we were going out to Las Vegas with Robert. Okay. And Robert probably had, at the point that this trip was going on, he might have had at that point 10 real estate investment properties. He owned his dad's house in Florida. He owned his house in Rockville, Maryland. He owned this 8-figure agency. And I remember him saying,
Ocean City,
the place in the condo, right? All of the stuff, all of the vehicles, everything. And I remember flying to Las Vegas with him, and he goes, "This is really not a good time for me to go into Vegas. I am broke as a skunk." And all I kept thinking was, well, there's a whole different classification of broke if you consider what you are right now broke. You have this agency that creates mega cash flow. You got all of these properties, all of these investments, all with a positive cash flow. Some have mortgages, some don't. You have probably, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you probably have a couple of shekels in the bank as well. What is considered broke? Or do you mean right now in your checking account, you have $10,000. You have like, what would be broke to some people is, oh my God, if I could ever get to there at that point in my life, I would feel so, high on the hog. But so I very rarely count other people's money anymore.
Robert and I would occasionally have conversations like that when I was his right hand at the agency. And it would go something exactly like that. We'd be sitting, eating lunch somewhere, and he'd be like, yeah, God, I did my taxes. I've got this tax bill. You're not going to believe what my tax bill is. And he's like, and then sometimes he would say, I can't talk to the guys about this, right? Like they're not sympathetic. They don't get it. And by the way, I'm not going to throw the dollar figure out there,
Right.
but the tax bill that he owed for the year was more than my salary. Okay. And he's saying this and he says, yeah, man, like, look, man, I know you get it. I know you get it. I can't talk to the guys about this because they're just not sympathetic at all. And I'm thinking to myself, I may come off sympathetic, but the fact that you owe more in income tax than you are paying me, yeah, not so much. Not so much.
So I have no idea what the Sedona couple's financial situation was. All I know was, look, if they can get $1,500 or $1,600 for 3 nights for us to be in their home, and
what?
Yep, and they're doing that a few times a month because they were a power. What's it called when you're Airbnb? You're like a power partner or something. Whatever it's called. So they do multiples, and they have hundreds of reviews, and they probably had a couple properties for all I know. But anyway, when you're making an extra 5 or 10 grand a month because of your Airbnb from your house that's already paid off.
Well, I guess that's the thing. When I think about an Airbnb an apartment, right? I'm thinking, oh, they're making $100 a night, $200 a night, maybe. But no, it sounds like they're charging like $500 a night because it's a ridiculous place.
Well, what's the thing about real estate? Location, 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 right? The 3 most important factors in real estate. So yeah, they have a place that's beautiful. They weren't using that portion of the house. Why not Airbnb it? It makes sense. They don't have a cleaning service that even comes in. They do that themselves because look, it's like $150, $200 just to have the cleaning service come in to clean the place.
Right. And of course, all of those places, they will charge whatever they want to charge, right? They charge the flat fee cleaning service. So if you're there for a night or you're there for a week, they charge $150 or $200. And you're right. They just fucking do it themselves. And yeah.
So we had a great time. It was a great place to stay. Before then, we went to clients of JJ's. We stayed at their house for 3 nights. Beautiful home in Goodyear, Arizona, which is about 2 miles south or 2 miles east of Sedona, and we had a good time. Rocks are beautiful in Sedona. Man, it is some beautiful scenery, but I know very similar to the national park scene, it probably isn't your scene. Maybe an hour or two of looking at that and you would be done. And I was just like, oh my God, I got to get a different angle on that rock. I got to see a different view of that cathedral rock or wherever we were going.
I'll be driving Saturday from Las Vegas to Utah, to St. George, Utah, to see some friends. And there is an incredible, I don't know what they call it. It's not a crevasse, but basically the highway goes through a mountain and it's just like this. And I will take some pictures for you. Like you could spend days in here probably. And it's really cool, but you're right. Like I'm going to drive through and I'll probably stop for 15 or 20 minutes and look at all the cool shit. And it's like, okay, that was fun. Can I find another slot machine or a craps table, please? Yeah. Just a different thing, but it is ridiculously cool and beautiful. I mean, even I think this is really cool, but it's not like I'm going to spend days there hanging out.
I totally respect that. I understand your need for slot machines as opposed to your need for getting back in touch with nature. You did have some interesting conversations with Jenny B. I don't know that we got any voicemails as a result of it, though, or maybe we did.
There is one voicemail in the folder, but it says March 8th. So I think it's last week's. What was the date that the episode came out? Now I better check the calendar. Oh, no. You know what? March 8th was the day the episode came out. So I didn't download this because I was thinking it was an old one, but it probably is one that was left on the day that it was released. So we should download it. I'm going to do that now.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was Jenny B that actually left the message? I don't know. I don't know that I didn't give Ashley any directions or instructions if there was a voicemail, what to do.
Well, and Jenny and I recorded actually on Tuesday. So we recorded 3 days ahead. So that means that, yes, this actually is a new voicemail. So let me do my thing here. I guess if we're going to do the voicemail music from Jared,
we're going to pull that up as well. Did anything special happen last week in my absence, or was it quiet? We've had a really, this has been actually a really good month for quiet clients, and it's been so appreciative for quiet clients this month.
It has been, it's really, this is like I feel like it's one of these calm before the storm, waiting for the other shoe to drop sometimes. Because you're right. We've had, I did get there was a Monday notification today from one of our clients who shall remain nameless. And it was, I need Calendly help. Can you call me? Like,
oh, I know who it was.
Like, why don't you tell me what the problem is? Like, we finally trained this client to use Monday.com instead of just, texting or calling you or I directly. And then this client uses Monday.com to say, call me. Like, that's not how it works. Just tell me the problem and maybe customer service can solve it for you.
Were you able to solve the problem?
I think so. Yeah.
Did you do it by phone, or did you have to go there?
Yeah, I did it by phone. We were unsure of the if her Calendly was connected to her other main calendar, right? Yeah. Like if it was blocking, if something got booked on the calendar, and it does appear to be working. I think there's a blocking type where it's like you're on vacation, right? So you're gone all day.
Right.
And she was concerned that blocking type didn't seem to be blocking it on the Calendly calendar, but it seemed to be working. So I think we got it figured out.
All right, let's it's funny.
I think we got it figured out.
That is funny.
But it's all good.
It's really interesting. Could you call? Let me just give you an example here. I just want to see how. Hold on. Should I do this in between the theme song music and the first message?
Well, I mean, you're gonna interrupt me anyway, so we might as well, right?
Okay. All right. Go ahead and play it. I don't hear anything though.
Really?
I do not hear anything. Nothing.
God damn it! I changed it on Hindenburg. I did share sound.
We've only been doing this show now literally for 9 years. 9 years.
We're up to almost episode 1500 and we still can't get this shit right.
There's got to be a trick behind this. There's got to be
But even worse, when we can't get it right, all we need to do is go back in and edit that part out and you all would never know there was a problem. But no, that would take work. Fuck it. No, we're not.
You know what? I don't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, jeez. Oh, I got it.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
Could you imagine having your car serviced? Okay. Mm-hmm. You've had your car serviced before, right? At someplace other than like a Jiffy Lube, I mean, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Imagine getting your car serviced and you discover in the middle of of you having your car in the service place, you discover that your account with XM no longer works. Okay, you've either not paid the bill or you're having issues with choosing the stations that you want, and just general questions about XM. And instead of calling XM, you actually would call the guy that's repairing your engine that has had a problem, and you could say, hey, after you're done checking the engine and doing all this stuff that I'm actually paying you for, could you do me a favor? Could you help me fix my problem that I'm having with XM? Now, I know it's not related necessarily, but it is in the car. It is in the car.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were saying that you had your car serviced, and when it came out of service, you realized that
No.
XM wasn't working. In other words,
No.
like they broke it.
That I understand. Like if we were producing somebody's episode and we got into their website because we were placing, we're putting the episode on their website, and now their website doesn't work, we may have caused the problem.
No, that would never happen.
It happened once, and we did fix it, or maybe we didn't fix it. I don't really know, but whether we do or don't have that client is irrelevant anymore. But it is kind of like somebody that, because it's a service that's kind of connected to ours or almost related to ours. And I think we are part of the problem, because imagine going to, and I'm just going to throw somebody under the bus here because it's
I have news for you, Doug. We're all of the problem. Okay. We're not part of the problem. We're all the fucking problem.
Imagine calling Potaties, okay, and saying to Tom, we appreciate you. Thank you. So if you're listening to this, we really appreciate you sharing. But imagine us saying to Tom, hey, look, Tom, we're having a problem with our Calendly, because we use Calendly to schedule our guests, and because our guests are on our podcast and you host our podcast, we really think this is your problem. What do you think that Tom would say to us?
It would be a long silence, and then it would be, I don't think I can help you guys with that.
First of all, I don't even know that he'd return the email.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's the first thing. And I'm not saying because Tom is bad at service. Tom is fine with service, but he's just fine with service. But I am saying that we tend to pick up the problems that our clients have that are even unrelated to, and then we can't take full responsibility for the problem. And I don't know if our clients really understand how many times that we do stuff like that, because whenever we get, I'll throw somebody else under the bus too. Whenever we get a client like Lauren, okay, that thinks
you're naming names now,
because I don't give a shit if Lauren is listening to this. She's no longer a client, and it's just Lauren. It's just her first name. Nobody has to know who Lauren is. But
I was just going to say her last name in case that she reaches out to the next podcast production company. I wanted to give them a fair warning. Don't fucking hire her.
Oh my God. I just don't understand. Like, in her particular case, we did so much above and beyond, but we were still getting you're not even doing anything that you should be doing for, I mean, like, but we take that responsibility. And I feel like to our defense, Strick, I feel like that is the reason why we have not only gotten, but retained so much business that we could have lost through the years, because I think we're willing to take on the slack and the responsibility of things that even aren't our responsibility, without saying, hey, I just want to let you know, this is not my fucking responsibility, but I'm going to do it anyway, which we would have every right, in a much gentler and softer and kinder way of saying that, but we don't. And I don't know why we don't, other than because I think that it's the right thing to do. Don't you?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I'm sure you've heard the story. I think it was Nordstrom's, of the woman who was the very good Nordstrom's customer. She was in there all the time. And she came in and said, I bought 4 tires here the other day and I want to return them. And the guy was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. We don't sell tires here at Nordstrom's. And the woman said, I know that I purchased them here. And this was a woman that they knew very well, and she had spent a lot of money. And so they took the tires back, even though they knew they didn't sell her the tires. That's us. We are the Nordstroms of podcast production.
Okay. All right. Well, I like that. If I could be known as the Nordstroms or the Ritz-Carlton of the podcast production space, I would feel like we have arrived.
100%. I couldn't agree with you more.
But we need to convince our clients that we are the Nordstroms, because when you walk into Nordstrom's and you pull your car up to the little roundabout thing, and they open up the car door and they say, welcome back, Mr. Sandler. And I'm like, how the fuck do they know that?
that's a good one.
So good. It's so good. It's kind of like when you drive by a cop car very fast and they immediately know your plate and whether your car was stolen or not and what your speed is, and they like come after you like, Mr. Sandler, I'm gonna need you to step out of the car. Like, how did you know my name? Oh, we just ran your plates. It runs your plates really fast now. They can do it really quick.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. That's probably a clever idea for high-end brands like that, right? Like they're gonna if they have that information in their database, and as soon as you pull up, they know who you are, and they make you think, oh my gosh, they recognize me because no, they don't fucking remember. But they tech and shit. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Sandler, welcome back. I understand you were last at our Miami, Florida property. Very nice. We are welcoming you to Seattle. Thank you for being here.
Right? That would be pretty cool, actually.
Cool. I like
Little
that.
Big Brotherish, but it would be very personal. I would like it.
Pretty much. Well, and you know that technology exists, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Are we ready
All
for
right.
this?
Yes. Go ahead and play it.
Okay.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Trick. Jared here. Steve O'Brien.
Oops.
But hey, Doug.
Hold on. I was trying to pull the volume down because it was loud and I clicked in the wrong place. Hold on, let's try again.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Trick. Jared here. So it wasn't Doug and Strick last week.
No, it wasn't.
Wanted to give a shout out to Jenny. Thanks for coming on. It was great to hear you. And I also got to hear now, don't get me wrong. There's no replacing Steve O'Brien. But I got to hear one of my favorite intros. So I've always loved that since you've done that. Anyways, it was great hearing you on the podcast, and I just wanted to make sure you knew that. Thanks, Jenny. All right, Doug. All right, Strick. You guys need to up your game a little bit now. She's been here. We're listening. At this point, we're probably almost an hour in. You guys probably didn't do as good as Jenny did. Sorry, folks. I still love you, though. All right, guys. I'll see you later.
He's very true. It's very true. Do you remember the intro I used in the last episode?
Yeah, you used the Star Wars intro, I think, if I remember correctly, with Jenny B doing the narration. If I remember, I listened to the episode. You don't have to quiz me.
You told me. No. Well, I mean, I just didn't know if you'd remembered the open I used. Yeah.
I loved that you made the comment in there. I forget how you said it, but it was a body comment about Jenny. I much prefer having you here than Doug.
Oh, that she was much easier on the eyes than you. Yeah, that's definitely the case.
That was good. That was good. How did that whole thing come together? How did you? Because you had made arrangements for Jenny B to be on the show. Did you do that? Wait a minute. You might have done that at the team meeting.
I did.
And then you recorded that same evening?
No. The next Tuesday after that. But I sent her the invite right away because I would have forgotten otherwise.
Wow. You sent her you actually recorded it on Wednesday. So you, as you stated on the episode, you actually recorded a full 48 hours earlier than you normally do.
Dude, we recorded on Tuesday.
Jeez.
3 days before the publication date.
What did you do? I mean, did you forget to post it, or did anything happen as a result? Or
no. I mean, I still didn't edit and post it until 11:45 Thursday night, but I had the recording for 2 days before then. Yeah.
Oh God, you'll never change, will you, Strick?
Probably not.
No, that's okay. That's fine. Okay, what else we got going on? We're 46 minutes in or 45 minutes into this episode, somewhere in that area. Oh, tell me before we wrap up, any quality control issues or positives or negatives about your Temu purchases.
Oh yeah, my Temu purchases. Okay, let's see. It's funny. What have I used? I've got my foamy things, right? I think I told you about those last week.
Yep.
They are definitely the cheapy versions, the official ones they make. Not only do they make them with the shapes, but they put a coating, it's all specifically designed for sound dampening.
Pretty dense.
Yeah. But a 12-inch by 12-inch square, I think each of those things cost $4 or $5, right? I got 36 of them for $12. And then I got another free dozen red ones for fucking free. I haven't put them up yet, but they're fine. They seem decent. I also got one of those, have you seen the universal wrench kind of thing, right? It's
you showed me that. It has a whole bunch of almost metal hair in them so that you poke it into the
Right.
the socket so that it shapes the nut.
It seems very solidly built, although I haven't used it yet. I've not used it. I got a drone. I played with it for about 10 minutes, but then the battery died because I didn't charge it ahead of time. I don't know how long the battery will actually last.
Okay.
But I haven't been able to connect the software to see the camera. But this thing was like, I don't know, $18, and it has a goddamn camera and an app built in. And I mean, it works pretty fucking good.
I
for
must have
$18.
I must have bought the Apple version of that same drone because I paid $600 for my drone. Well, I got the DJI Mini Mavic 2. Now they make several more better than that one, but they're much more expensive. They're like $1,000 for them. But it's pretty cool. But
dude, your drone is badass though. I mean,
it doesn't have obstacle avoidance, which is really the thing that I want, which is the reason why I have this drone to begin with, because I crashed Michael Neely's and I had to buy him a new drone. So I got the replacement drone once they repaired it and sent it back. Nice. But for $18, man, you could crash those things all day long and not have to worry about it.
I know, right? That's exactly what I was thinking.
So
but yours goes like really high, and the way you can program it and shit, that's really cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I could be, so what's really cool about the drone that I have, this DJI, is that I could be, let's say, I don't know, 2,500 feet away from where home station is, let's say, which is crazy, really, really far. It's totally outside of where you can see it or anything. I mean, it's gone, which is totally illegal. You're supposed to keep it in eyesight here in California. Anyway, you could go way the fuck out there and it could disconnect from your phone because it gets too far away. Once you get close to a half a mile or even more, it'll disconnect. And it will automatically return to home if it loses its connection.
See, that's fucking amazing to me, right? This one, I mean, I was playing with it for like 10 minutes. And at one point I'm like, oh, let's kind of see how high it can go in a bit. And it's like, it got up and went like over the next door neighbor's yard and boom, disconnected. And I mean, it was like, it's probably an $18 fucking drone. But it disconnected so quickly. Yeah.
You have to go find it?
It wasn't that high or that far away. It was like the next door neighbor, but I didn't expect it to disconnect that quickly or easily. And it could have had to do with the fact that the battery was not charged up too, but
that's the other thing. So mine, once it gets within 10% of battery remaining life, it'll actually, the same thing. It'll say, it's returning home now.
That's so fucking cool though. That's exactly what I need. I need something very cool like that. I love that.
It's $600 though. I mean, you know,
it's not cheap. Yeah.
It's not cheap. And every time, you know, it's like taking 6 $100 bills and flying them up in the air. And every time I get outside of my eyesight, I get a little bit like freaked out. Then, you know, I've had this thing long enough where I should get worried. It's already, you know, it's got some great photos and I'm taking some great pictures, but I get worried that I'm going to lose it.
Oh, totally. I would be fucking terrified.
Michael took his after I crashed his and he got the new one that I bought him. I took out the old one. He was on a like a booze cruise kind of thing, sailboat, I think it was. And he was flying. Oh no, he was I think it might've been in Mexico with Jay Fazette's mastermind group. And he took his drone out with the mastermind group on a sailboat, and I think he ran into the mast and he went into the water.
So it went into the water?
Yeah, he lost it completely.
Oh, he didn't get it back?
No. So there's two kinds of insurance that you can get with drones. One is, it's called crash insurance, which is just a $75 deductible, and then they'll you know, you send back the drone, they'll rebuild it and fix it. So if you break a leg of it or a wing or an outrigger or whatever, they'll fix it and send it back for $75. The other is called flyaway insurance.
Flyaway.
And
of course, that insurance is considerably more expensive, I'm sure. Right?
Well, the deductible is considerably more expensive. So for a $500 drone, you still have to pay $250 to get a new drone back again. Now, so while I did tell you the positives, if you're either too far away and or you're running out of battery, not too far away, but if you're running out of battery and and it starts to make its way back, you can manually override that. Why anyone would choose to manually override it to say, you know what, I'm just going to watch this thing drop like a stone from the sky. I don't know why anybody would do that, but you have the ability to actually override whatever it says.
So did Michaels have that like auto pullback or whatever? Like I'm trying to figure out how it got
By
lost
the time
then.
you hit something and it you hit something, now it's broken. If you're it's got 4 little propellers, and if one of the
it hit the
propellers,
mast, you said.
yeah, exactly. If you hit the
Got
mast,
it.
or let's say a dolphin comes up and grabs it, you can't. There's no way you're going to get that.
Seagull decides it looks like lunch or something, right?
Right, exactly.
That's funny.
Oh God! All right, let's get out of here. We've completed our
required hour of service, and
right.
Another 14
service.
hours of community service, and we won't have to do this anymore.
How many solo episodes of the 15? Any way to tell how many solo episodes we've done?
Solo, as in like.
Here's my question. I guess what it comes down to is this: have we put in each 10,000 hours into our podcast and podcast company?
I don't know.
Are we considered professionals at this? Hey, now I know which open you're going to play.
The tipping point. Which open is that? I don't think we have a 10,000 hour.
It's not the 10,000 hour thing, but these guys are professionals. Don't try this.
Oh, don't try this
at home.
That's a close that I have actually. So maybe I'll use that one.
Yeah,
today. Yeah, because that was a totally one that I think the script that I wrote for Steve O'Brien was that exactly. All it was Doug and Strick are professionals. Please don't try this at home. And then he just continued on with like 27 like stock disclaimers that are just funny as shit.
Hey, let me tell you something. For those in our community that haven't been listening to the past few episodes, while they were good, they haven't been anywhere near as good as this one, especially for what I'm about to say. If you have not yet tuned in to Catastrophe, you've got to watch Catastrophe. This thing is like a fucking train wreck. It's really good. It's on the
TV show.
The TV show. It's the series. It's on Prime Video, and it's about this couple, American guy, English woman, or Irish woman that lives in England, and they talk about they just talk about their relationship, and it's just about their life. But it gets a little dark. It's like I'm on season. There's 4 seasons of the show.
Mm-hmm.
First 2 seasons are pretty light, and it's like they're watching the world go by them and making fun of the world as it goes by them, and that's totally cool. It's just like a normal couple. Now in season 3, I won't give you any spoilers so that you can still watch it and be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets really dark because all of the problems that one might experience in a marriage are really coming to the surface. And it is a very dynamic show. So Catastrophe, I really do encourage. I think it's from 2015, if I remember correctly.
Okay. I have not watched it yet, but maybe I'll check it out.
Definitely do it. All right, let's head out of here. Until next week, guys. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
The Nice Guys on Business are professional podcasters. Please do not try this at home. It may seem simple, kids, but lots of people get hurt in the process. Void where prohibited, including Mexico, Puerto Rico, Fredonia, or your in-laws. The Nice Guys on Business are not responsible for any claims of liability or any guarantee that these 2 morons know what they're talking about. There is no promise that being nice to people will help your business, but calling people assholes, dumb, incontinent fuckwads will definitely lose you business. For any and all claims, shit in one hand and wish in the other, and see which one fills up first. Thank you for listening to the Nice Guys on Business podcast. I'm Steve O'Brien.